Happy sunset musings, everybody. It's Dr. K here. Hello, hello, hello. Here we have our sun. It's again crazy windy. I'm getting a special mic. Hopefully it'll come soon. I wanted to show you. It's hard to see, and unfortunately there are no berries on it. But this bush, let's see if you can see it. This bush with these little tiny baby leaves, you think you can see that? That is goji berry bush. Look at that. Tiny, tiny. I'll show you the tiniest little leaves. And because it was dry this winter, there are no berries. But there was one season, you guys, when it was raining like crazy. They were covered in goji berries, which are so beautifully bright red and very delicious berries. You've probably seen that. Remember we talked about superfoods a lot and super herbs? Goji berries are superfoods. They actually have high level of nutrients, including zinc and magnesium and iron. And you can get them dry, so they're great. We're going to do a shorter session today. Hello, welcome. Because the wind, oh my goodness. Here is a little bit more chaparral for you before it goes. Oh, isn't that just the most amazing plant? You guys, when it rains and you have the chance to go in the desert, just smell the chaparral. It's so beautiful. I want to share with you today, I keep being reminded of Hippocrates, who said, and I'm paraphrasing, but I'll post it later today, the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will entrust his patient in the human frame, in diet and nutrition, and literally in a translation, taking care of oneself. And I truly feel it's time that we start becoming the doctors of the future. And basically what happens, the doctor of the future will interest us in being our own physician, which is really what the body can do. And the reason I'm talking about it today is because I received an email last night. Sorry for the wind, you guys, but I received an email last night from the CDC. So I get periodic emails and updates, right? This one was titled, "When will kids be able to get a COVID-19 vaccine?" And my heart sank as I read it. Because, first of all, our children receive anywhere between 36 to 45 different vaccinations between the age of 0, so day 1 of birth, to like 6 or not even. And then some other tremendous number after that. So one vaccine that they definitely do not need is a COVID-19 vaccine. That's just like hepatitis B vaccine. There's no child on the planet that actually needs to get hepatitis B vaccine the first day of being born. I'm a doctor. I'm supposed to have hepatitis B vaccine, and I didn't have to get it, at least the booster one, because I figured it out. But anyway, so here's what it says here. You guys listen and tell me what you think, okay? Like adult trials, children's trials are broken into 3 phases. The wind is just kind of our guide here. The first phase tests the vaccines in about 20 to 100 volunteers. If all goes well, phase 2 involves testing in several hundred volunteers. And then phase 3 tests the vaccine in hundreds of or thousands of volunteers. So, again, I'm going to stick with what I said. Children do not need vaccination of COVID-19, you guys. The immune system is so strong. And by the time, and their immune system is still growing and is still changing. And if we add something that targets their genetic material before a certain age, we're really in for something, I believe, unheard of and unseen, because our children already are being born in such a weakened state, I often see, and they get these illnesses that normally we haven't seen until so far, far away in ages. We see that in children. But the other part that comes to this is, we consider children volunteers. That is no such a thing as children and volunteering, because it's the parents that ask them to do this, and I'm not sure if it's truly volunteer based or if there's actually some payment included, because that's what happens now with COVID. There's a lot of financial support, and if that's the case, it's again the communities. Oh, you call BS, Mary. Okay, you said it. I will totally repeat that because I'm just reading it here. Yeah, probably parent that is getting financial aid, most likely. So again, this is unfortunate because this is the one vaccine that in like 100% is not needed for children. So I'll just kind of put it out there, and if you know somebody who is a child and who is thinking about it, please have them call me. I'm not going to tell them what to do, you know me, but I'll give them the data, right? And as we're enjoying the sun today, which is beautiful again, and there's, you can see the cactus, isn't that just lovely? I'm gonna just remind us all that, Hippocrates, he had it figured out. He's the father of medicine. And already back then, he was saying that it is about the human frame. In other words, it's about how do we treat our body to begin with. That is what makes the biggest difference, not what we are putting in the body after. Guys, I've talked about it, I'll talk about it some more. But today, I was just, when I was reading it, I was so saddened, really. And so I think the more of us understand this, the more of us speak out, the more of us tell our friends, the bigger the picture, or that the picture is bigger than that, the better off we're going to be. So I'll let you just enjoy for a moment here. Almost there. Yeah, sometimes I just have to go like, dear sun, give us the strength to really find the truth here and to believe the truth. Because what happens is there is the truth out there, and then there is a lot of data that is missing some key elements of truth, and because it's being I'm reading. Oh yeah, I'm reading your notes here, Mary. Insane. Yeah, these things made me cry at night. I know these things made me cry at night. Truly, and it's so easy to, it's like so easy when I read this. It's so easy to feel powerless. And me, I want people to feel well. I want people to, have the best life they can. And there's so much more to illnesses than we're being told. And then the part that always is a big deal is when we take healthcare right now, we only are presented with one part, and which is what is wrong. There's the symptoms, you have to take medication. There's only, I always say, when I look at my studies, I have 10 years of medical schools, that, guys, and then 20 years of practice. It's like we have really singled out these few things, and we have made the whole science of medicine about it. Remember, like in traditional medical school, there is not even a nutrition class, and I still have people come in with cancer, with severe illnesses, and they come and tell me, I have asked my oncologist if I should change my diet in any way, and they actually tell me that their oncologist said, no, really, it will make no difference. So we're still there, unfortunately, and it is because I really believe we don't know enough about healing, the true healing of our organism. There is so much more available to how the body heals and functions that we are not aware of. So we are really, it's like we have this big puzzle right in front of us, this beautiful body, and we only have like every fourth piece of the puzzle, and we're trying to make this big picture out of it. And so what we're doing, the missing pieces of the puzzle, we're literally just adding medications and surgeries and vaccines, and we're filling the pieces of the puzzle with what we think makes sense without really seeing what the body is capable of. So you guys, here is a beautiful cactus. Hi Mary, I'm going to read everything you're writing. Thank you. Look at that guy. See, that's what happens, you know, like this is the truth of nature. It just knows what to do. And our body is part of it, you know, our body is part of nature. The only thing we have to do right now, like you said, Mary, you know, children don't have a voice, so we have to be their voice. It's our responsibility to be the voice of a child, just like it's our responsibility to be the voice of our body. You know, I had this patient come, he flies all the way from Florida to come and see us here, and he just arrived this week and he's on his way home tomorrow, and it's an amazing man, and you know, he's being told this is the condition. If there is nothing, if I go there, the only way to find out what's going on is I have to go in surgically, and if there's still any cancerous tissue, I'm taking it out, I'm closing it up, and you're left with this. And he said, you know, I think there is another way. He started feeling so much better as he started doing these treatments with us. We're doing a lot of ozone and, you know, liver support and all that. He's feeling so much better. He said, you know, I am really feeling, I want him to go in there, tell me what he sees, but by no means take it all out, by no means close it and close the path really for him to have a comfortable way of life, and without me giving you much more data. But he said, I really want him to just tell me what's going on and let me do the work of the healing. And I said, you are right on. And I said, you know, you're probably going to come up against something from the surgeon that doesn't really is going to believe what you're doing. But my goodness, trust that body. Yes, I know, right? Oh, thank you so much, Connie. I appreciate that. I know. I think the more of us be a beacon, just like this guy. Look at that. It's another one. Oh, you see that? It's filled. Talk about being a beacon, you know. You just look at this cactus and you go, we'll get there. We'll get there. One day, sooner or later, we'll get there. So in the meantime, all we can do, you guys, is just really listen to the voice inside. And the more we listen and the more we follow and the more we feel good, just like this gentleman. I'm telling you, this is like, talk about a small world, right? His friend in Austria, he's from New Zealand. His friend in Austria told him to come see us in Phoenix. So he's flying from Florida because friend in Austria told him to do this. He is so much better. I am positively convinced that either he's going to do good, or if he's not there yet, he'll tell the surgeon what he needs and he'll do it and he'll get there. So it's like, follow the body and have somebody who can be your support spokesperson. You know, I tell people until you get there, I help them translate the language of the body. Once you're there, you do it, and I'll just be cheering you on from the sidelines. Okay, you guys? So proud of you all. Thank you for coming. It was a beautiful sunset today with some chemtrails, but you know what? We'll take that, right? Thank you for being there. Thank you for listening, and high five, you guys. Take care. Good night, okay? Beautiful. Bye.